I'm Bryony. I live here in Otatahi, Christchurch, and I'm a musician amongst other things. I had an accident with a Lime scooter. I was riding home on a Tuesday night and someone stepped out onto the cycle lane. I had a freak accident where I hit my head really hard and went to hospital and had to have emergency brain surgery. My brain was bleeding and I was very lucky. It all went really well and I woke up without any memory loss or mobility loss. The main things that I was having to deal with was a huge fatigue, like no other fatigue I'd felt. When I wrote it down, I described it as being the oldest woman possible. I couldn't do anything. My husband and my family and my friends would cook for me and clean for me and put our daughter to bed and do everything with her. I was just sleeping a lot, lying on the couch, couldn't watch television or read books or listen to music. It was all too much. When I was out of hospital and at home a week later, I got referred to Laura Fergusson, which was amazing because at the time I didn't know anything about them. I hadn't been told about them, and I was kind of under the impression that I just had to figure out my own recovery process. So I went into Laura Fergusson and talked to my amazing occupational therapist, told her my whole story, and then she went through everything to tell us how they could help me, and then came out and broke down because it was a massive relief and I hadn't really realised how intense it was to feel like I had to fix it all on my own. One of the things that I received from Laura Fergusson was the physio, but it's not like your regular sports physio. It was for particular things that I was going through, which was vertigo. So they did vestibular physio, which concentrates on helping your eyes and eye fatigue. And they taught me an exercise to do that I could continue at home. So that was really great. It meant that I didn't have to run in every time it happened. I could do it at home. The neuropsychology that I received from Laura Fergusson was extremely helpful and was one of the biggest things that helped me in my recovery. She helped me for a year and I could not have done my recovery without her. Obviously we talked about the accident, but she was telling me how it's all combined so we could just talk about everything. And a main thing that we looked at was my stress levels, because that was a huge thing that would make me go back into old things that I was feeling at the beginning of my recovery. And she also brought my young daughter in at the time to help with the things that she'd gone through. So working with her was a massive, massive help. All the services that I got from Laura Fergusson were definitely a huge part of my recovery, and I definitely could not have done it without them.